We are live.
So wait till 6:15.
Can you hear us?
Oh, no, because I'm still on, I'm still in lobby mode. Yeah, so I don't actually switch over to 6:15. She just said,
Hey, everybody out there in computer land and the interwebs out there. It's Ben and Laura Jones. It's Joshua's wish. It's time for the birthday bash again, and it's the 11th year that we've been doing this.
You know what? We're so glad you're here because there was so much discussion with Labrina and Tren about how are they going to make this happen. And they've worked so hard, and we're so sorry that we couldn't be with everybody in person this year because it is something that we look forward to all year long, getting to celebrate Joshua, and just hate that we won't be there in person this year. But this is the next best thing that we can still keep it going,
Right.
which is awesome.
It's either this or we didn't do it, and nobody wanted to not do it. So you're in the VIP event, and we hope you enjoy yourself here. The main event will be coming up a little later. Once this VIP experience is over, come back to the main page here and then log in to go to the main event, and then we'll see you there.
And hey, thanks so much for being here. It just means the world.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Hi, my name is Nick Tuff, the owner of the Cannon Shop Photography and Drinks based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Listen, I'm so super excited to be with you all today virtually celebrating the 11th annual Joshua's Wish Birthday Bash for a Cure, where the theme is kids can be superheroes too. And it is true. So listen, today I'm just going to be here for just a moment just to show you how to make one of my favorite drinks. That drink is a Texas margarita. So it's sort of a spin on the regular margarita, but it has some more ingredients in that, okay? So if you ever want to make this, things that you're going to need is the tequila. You're going to need triple sec, sour mix, orange juice, and Grand Marnier. And what I like to use is a shot glass to measure some of my ingredients out. Sometimes I get heavy-handed on the alcohol, so we want to make sure that I do portion that out, okay? So I got my margarita glass here with my ice. Add that to the shaker. So a shot glass is about a 1.5 ounce of alcohol. Is what bartenders use. Well, we don't use it. We actually use what we call a jigger. And that actually helps measure our liquor, our alcohol that we're going to pour in our drinks. So we're going to take that, take a little bit of triple sec. Triple sec has a little orange flavor, so you want to not really go heavy on that. And then the sour mix. That's going to give sort of that margarita-y taste, if that's a word, margarita-y. That's going to give that margarita taste that you typically taste in your margaritas. And then I'm going to add a little bit of orange juice. I'm going to take that. And then I'm going to give it a little shake. For about 10 to 20 seconds. Sometimes you may see some bartenders doing tricks with it. But hey, we're going to keep it simple. And then we're just going to pour that in our glass of whatever we're drinking it out of, whether it's a smaller glass, whether it's a traditional margarita glass. And then lastly, what I like to top it off with is a shot of Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier is sort of like a orange liqueur as well. So, there you have it, your Texas margarita. That's real good. So you all make that at home. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bid on some things at the silent auction, because I see some things that I want. So if you want it just like I do, you better bid on it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe.
I'm gonna do it. There's no lag. So.
Going live in 3, 2.
Welcome to the VIP section of Joshua's Birthday Bash for a Cure. Kids can be heroes too. I'm George Franco, the Good News Auctioneer. It's my extreme honor to be here to raise funds for Joshua's Wish. With me is Labrina and Trent Solomon, the founders of Joshua's Wish and parents of Joshua. Labrina, tell us, why is this so important to the people who are watching? What do you want to say to them about why it's important to help out this important cause?
It is very important, and we thank everybody for tuning in to the VIP. Brain tumors are the leading cause of solid tumor deaths in children under the age of 20. And my son Joshua had DIPG, and there is little to no funding for pediatric brain tumors and DIPG. So that's why we're here today, to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to find a cure and to raise awareness.
And Trent, the last thing a parent wants to do is to bury their child. That has got to be the hardest thing of anything for any parent. Tell us why it's important for other parents who may or may not have children who are suffering to be part of this important cause.
Yes, George, it's very important for parents to be a part of this cause, whether you have children or not, because whether you're a grandparent or maybe you have a family member that could be stricken with this awful disease, DIPG. It is something that you really would have to think about, that something that could affect you sometimes, maybe in the future. It's something that you never want to think about, but it's something that could be a part of growing together as a community, just being a bigger part of the community and raising funds and awareness for this dreaded disease.
And I wish we could all be together, but we can't, so we're kind of trying to stay a little social distance apart, but the folks here, Kirby, you got a shot of that? Look at that, those are our other folks. Yay, everybody! Everybody takes a teamwork to put this all together. Everybody here is masking up and taking social distancing and safety with utmost importance, because obviously we wish we could be here together, but we're doing the next best thing. We're getting together virtually. And I know that for you two, we talked about this and it was like, how do we do this? This is how we do it. We are connected all by this amazing nonprofit, Joshua's Wish. We've got a really big night headed your way. Someone's going to win our big green egg here. All right, tell me how many bottles of wine?
15
15
bottles of
bottles of wine. And Omaha Steaks.
Omaha Steaks.
All right, so this is like $1,400 on the big green egg by itself. But when you put it all together, we're talking like $1,500 plus. Mm-hmm. All right, so as my friend Kirby would say, going to be a good time with a big green egg. Definitely some good stuff happening here. Big night on the way. Besides the big green egg, we've got an exciting auction coming up. Usually, remember, we got together last year with these things. Remember that? 25, 35, yield wine up 45. We missed those times. Obviously, we missed those times, but times are different right now. This time, you're going to use this, your smartphone, your laptop, or the like, because we hope that you will be able to donate by clicking on the donate button or the bid button. And this VIP section is important, so we thank you for being there with us. Maybe you already got your quarantini ready to go, like Martini quarantini ready to go, and perhaps you're in your best outfit. You guys look lovely tonight. Or maybe even your PJs. It matters not. What matters is that you are here tonight, right here, raising funds for Joshua's Wish. After the VIP section is concluded, we invite you to join us at the main event. We've posted the link in the chat section, and you should go there so that you can join us for the main event. We'll see you in just a little bit for this year's Joshua's Wish Birthday Bash. Thank you for being here, everybody. And anything else you want to say before I move it on to the next part of our program?
We're just excited and happy, and we're going to have a great time this evening. Mm-hmm. Great time.
Thank you. Now, let's get your biscuits on with Walter Stevens, Dr. Walter Stevens.
Breakfast was one of Joshua's favorite meals. He definitely loved his eggs. He definitely loved his biscuits and grits. So today, again, I'm going to cook for you biscuits. This is a recipe that I picked up actually from my grandmother. So I put in about 3 cups of flour, and we're just going to sift it out into our bowl, like so. Next thing you want to do is take your butter. Of course, you want to make sure you take it out the wrapper. I generally drop mine. My grandmother did as well. She would drop it in the flour like so, and she would move it around. And I asked her, I said, Grandma, why do you do that? She said, well, that's so the butter doesn't necessarily stick to your hands, and it doesn't melt as fast. So you want to take your grater, run your butter around a little bit, and you want to begin to grate. Make sure that your butter is cold. You do not want room temperature butter for this. All right, we're going to get the second stick of butter here. Take it out. And just go back and finish shredding up the rest of your butter. Now we're going to get our butter flavored Crisco, which is what I use. It doesn't necessarily have to be butter flavored. I just use it again just to kind of add a buttery flavor to it. That's about 3. And you want to begin to work the butter and the Crisco into the flour. And then what you'll start to notice is that the flour will start to come together, kind of like small beads of dough. Have our goat milk here. And you just want to pour just enough to begin to incorporate the batter, or just wet the batter up a little bit to bring it together a little bit. You don't want to add too much liquid because then you have to go back and add more flour. So you just want enough liquid in that to actually bring it together. Use the knuckles a little bit. I don't work the dough a whole lot because again, I don't want the butter to start melting. I want to try to keep it as cold as possible, so I don't work the dough a lot. You want to dust your cutter. This. Now, granted, my grandmother didn't use a cutter. She made everything by hand, and of course, we are making these by hand. But she formed her biscuits by her hand. She didn't use a cutter, and those biscuits would turn out to be so perfect. But that part I haven't perfected, so I got a cutter. You should probably get about 12 biscuits out of this recipe. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Spray our pan here, spray it there. Flour. Just dust the bottom of the pan with a little flour. It doesn't take a whole lot to do that. So we're going to dust that a little bit. So now we're going to put these in the oven. They're going to probably take about 13, 14, maybe 15 minutes. So what you want to look for is make sure that the top is golden brown. And the top is golden brown. I guarantee the bottom is going to be golden brown as well. I generally put mine on the very top rack. All right. We'll set our timer. 15 minutes. All right, so the biscuits are down. We'll see you in 15 minutes. You hear that? That means the goodness is ready. So let's take a grab at it. Let's look at them. All right, so I got the second batch out. They look just as good. But pretty much same routine. You get your butter, you spread your butter around on your biscuits, and there you have it. One of my favorite things to have with breakfast. I know it was Joshua's favorite thing to have with breakfast. And again, on behalf of the Joshua's birthday wish, we want to say thank you to all of our VIP guests for joining this great event to bring awareness to brain cancer and also to contribute to research to find a cure for cancer. So again, we thank you so much for being a VIP member and hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
You provide the fire, and I'll provide the sacrifice. You provide the Spirit, and I will open up inside. You provide the fire, and I'll provide the sacrifice. Thank you, Lord. You provide the Spirit, fill me up. That's our desire tonight. Fill me up. Fill me up, say. I wanna run over. I wanna run over. Fill me. Say, fill me up. Lord, we need you to. Lord, we need you to. You provide the fire.
Every day, 42 kids are diagnosed with cancer. I was one of them. And me! And me.
And fighting cancer doesn't come cheap.
Childhood cancer receives just 4% of funding from the National Cancer Institute.
4% is not enough.
But with your help, we can fight this.
By donating to Joshua's Wish,
you're helping kids like me.
Me too.
Together, we can put a stop to this.
Please donate now to help cancer research.
Now!
Birthday bash for Cure Kids can be heroes too. I'm George Franco, your good news auctioneer. Thank you for joining us tonight, where we are going to make this a very, very special night, fighting the terrible effects of childhood pediatric brain cancer. It is a joy to be here once again. I know we wish we could be together, but it's just not that way right now. It's an honor to be here with you as we raise funds for Joshua Wish, as we are coming to you live from Shadow Sound Studios in downtown Macon. I know. I wish we could all be together like many years past, but at least we can give each other a virtual hug. Everybody give each other a virtual hug right now. We've got a really big show on the way, but before we get to all of that, let's hear from the founders of Joshua's Wish, Labrina and Trent Solomon.
Hello everyone, good evening. This is Trent, Labrina, and Caleb Solomon. We're the Solomon family, and we're the parents of Joshua Solomon. We thank you for coming in and joining us this evening at this wonderful 11th annual Joshua's Wish Birthday Bash event. We know this year is a little bit different due to the virtual nature of the event and due to the outbreak of COVID-19. We want to say a special prayer and let you know that you're in our hearts, all the people that's been affected by COVID-19, whether you've personally been affected through sickness or either you've had a loved one to become sick or worse yet to pass from this terrible disease. But we want you to know that you're in our hearts for everyone here at Joshua's Wish Foundation.
Our son Joshua passed away in 2009 from an inoperable brain tumor called DIPG. We found purpose through the pain by forming Joshua's Wish to help raise research funds for a cure for this horrible disease. Joshua would have been 17 years old this year, and we just often sit and wonder, what would he be like? What colleges would he be applying to? So that's the reason why we had to go on with this year's birthday bash, in spite of everything that's going on.
We want to thank you just for being able to come tonight, and we're going to have a wonderful and great time during this event.
Thank you, Trent and Labrina. Without you both, Joshua's Wish would not be possible. Trent and Labrina Solomon are here right now. They are the founders of Joshua's Wish. We just heard their thank yous to you and everybody, but let's get a little bit more from you both. Let's start with you, Labrina. As a mom, it's got to be tough watching your child suffer like that poor Joshua did. But we also are not going to let his passing go in vain. Tell us why it's so important to continue his mission in his name and other children's name as well.
Well, when Joshua was first diagnosed with a brain tumor, DIPG, we had no idea that childhood cancer even existed. We didn't know that there were a lack of research funds for children battling cancer. So that's the reason why we are here today to continue the fight that Joshua started and all those children who've lost the battle to childhood cancer. We're here to raise awareness. We're here to raise research funds for a cure for pediatric brain tumors, which are the leading cause of solid tumor deaths for children under the age of 20. We want to raise a lot of money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
And you know, when I see videos of Joshua and I see videos of these young kids struggling, they're so brave and they're so courageous and they're so full of love and their hearts are full. What can we learn from a child like that, Trent?
Well, George, you can learn a lot as far as innocence, about innocence and perseverance. That even in the midst of having a cruel disease like that, we should not come upon any child. That those children are very, they persevere and they don't give up and they're still happy. And it lets us know that even the little things in life mean a whole lot.
Every time go ahead.
Not the material things in life, but just the little things as far as caring, sharing, doing for others. That's what means a lot.
Can't tell you how many times I've had tears in my eyes looking at these videos as we put this show together tonight. Thank you so much. Stick with us because we're going to have an incredible night. So a couple of things. Every year, Joshua's Wish helps fund research efforts in finding a cure for pediatric brain tumors. Joshua's Wish also supports families of children in Georgia who have cancer and are undergoing treatment. And we help raise awareness of childhood cancers. Those who knew this special little boy, Joshua, will tell you his short life had meaning and his legacy will live on with your help. So remember, you just heard it from the parents, don't give till it hurts, give till it feels good. Yes. In the past, we would use these cards, remember that? 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. I know, I miss it too. But we can't do that anymore. Instead, we're going to be raising these, our phones or our laptop computers or your iPads. And another suggestion, put that display on the big screen. If you don't know how to do it, I bet your kids or your grandkids know how to do it.
Yeah,
so put it up on the big TV so you can watch it, have your wings and everything. I know the Super Bowl's tomorrow. Tonight, this is the Super Bowl of fundraising because we're raising funds for an incredible cause. Instead of raising the money like we have before, we have to do it this way. But by bidding and donating and by clicking on the pledge or buttons that you see on Paybee, you'll be making a difference. And if you haven't already registered, easy to do so. Go to joshuaswish.org and click on the Register Now for the Birthday Bash at the top of the page. We've got the Live to Give coming right up where you give at your own meaningful level. But we also have some great travel adventures in our live auction. And despite what happens with COVID, these travel adventures will be good for up to 3 years. And we've got an amazing last year on the way. Okay, check this out. Okay, this is a big green egg, $1,379. How many bottles of wine?
15!
Omaha 30 and Omaha Steaks. So that's about $1,500 plus, and you can get it for $50. It's not just about getting a deal, it's about helping because the heroes really are these young children who've made a difference in, keeping this cause alive. And these young children, but you can be a hero too. So we're going to have a last hero tonight, but we're going to have lots of heroes tonight. So this prize worth $1,500, a lot more. Everyone is a hero tonight. So we do invite you to join us. But before we go to our Give to Live, let's hear from Ben Jones, the chief meteorologist at WMAZ. Then we're going to learn about Jubel Harris, whose young life touched so many people. Let's go to the videos.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Joshua's Wish Birthday Bash. Hard to believe, the 11th year, and the Joneses have been a part of it the whole time. Ben Jones here. Welcome to a virtual event this year. This is not exactly the same way that we've been doing things, but it's better than nothing, right? We would like to be able to get together in person, but this year a little bit different. Thanks once again to COVID. Little brief statement here. Just a thank you for being here and being a part of this. Of course, what we're here to do is to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis. If you haven't had a chance to go there, I've been there a few times. Laura and I have both been. An amazing place that takes care of kids, takes care of families. It's no cost to the families, and a place that it looks like a hospital for kids. They're, kind of, rolling around in wagons on the floors, and there's bright colors on the walls and aquariums and things like that. Things that make it feel a little more at home. And the best thing about it is, when the diagnosis comes and the parents are hit with that, the last thing they want to think about is, how am I going to pay for this? So they get there, everything's taken care of. And it's really a unique situation, and it's because of things like this. Joshua's Wish, the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway that 13WMAZ is a part of, and just donations all along the way as we go through the year and years, and hopefully eventually there will be a cure. All right, so just so you know, a couple of the things here. 75% of the cost to St. Jude covered by, again, public donations. The families, again, never receive a bill. The more clinical trials going on all the time, trying to find a cure. Last year, Joshua's Wish donated $25,000. Like to match that or exceed it, if possible this year. That'd be fantastic. And of course, it's all about taking care of the family is the main thing, making sure that they're comfortable. And that's what St. Jude does. And we're just honored to be a part of this again this year. We would like to see you in person next year. And so we're planning on that. But until then, have a great night tonight. Open your hearts and your wallets and do what you can. Every bit's appreciated. And even in a COVID year, we can all still come together and do the right thing. So we appreciate it. We hope you enjoy it. It's time for Birthday Bash.
My name is Stephanie Harris. My son was in the hospital with DIPG. He was very honest and he was very outspoken, you know, and he was very funny. He was a really funny kid. And it's just, I can't explain. My name is Stephanie Harris. My son was in the hospital with DIPG. He was very honest and he was very outspoken, you know, and he was very funny. He was a really funny kid. And it's just, I can't explain it. You would have to meet him to know him, but he is something else. He was something else. You just really think that something might be wrong. Like, okay, my son gonna be slow and, you know, I just have to take care of him, you know. That's what you think at first. But then when you go to the hospital and they tell you that your son had cancer and that just try to take him home and have a good life with him because he's not going to last long. It's hard. Oh my God, he was so strong. He never complained about anything. Going to get shots. He never complained about headaches, even though, you know, I could tell he was down sometimes. He never complained. He, really, to be honest with you, he was running, talking, playing until that last week. And I mean, a lot of kids be down for months. My son was only a week where he couldn't walk and talk, you know, and none of that stuff. So he was real strong.
Officer Juval Harris was welcomed as a hero on his first day of work at the Clayton County Police Department.
I really just wanted to be connected to someone that was close to me who child also had DIPGs. She brought a check. I can't remember how much it was. You know, you be going through so much when you going through that with a sick child. I wasn't working at the time, and my husband had to take off a lot. I have 11 kids. It doesn't matter how long it is or, you know, or how different the kids are, whatever, that it never goes away. The pain never goes away. And you just have to make good memories, you know what I'm saying? To have the support of other people who have been through it or know what you're going through is a wonderful feeling. I couldn't get out of my bed because that's where my baby passed away at, you know? So it was really hard for me to get out of bed. Yeah. And we really need each other's support. you know, because nobody can understand your pain. Nobody other than another parent who has went through this.
You know, I remember watching the story of Juvel Harris on the news in Atlanta, and I was thinking of this poor child, and it reminded me of Joshua. And I didn't know at the time that Joshua's wish and Lavelle Harris's mother, Stephanie, had connected. Labrina and Stephanie met, and then they started this conversation and the support for this family. And that's why this is so crucial. You just never know who's suffering, who might be suffering, and what you could do to make a difference. And I know that Labrina and Trent take it to heart when somebody is suffering like that, and if they hear from somebody, they're going to come out and help, which is why we need you to also to come out and help. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our Live to Give. This is where you give at your own meaningful level. We know some can do more, others can do less, but all can do some. Who can join us then at various levels right now? We're going to go through various levels. We're going to start at 5,000 and work our way down. And whatever you can do, you can do. You know, as a reporter, I was never nervous or was shy about chasing down bad guys. As an auctioneer and a fundraiser, I'm never nervous or shy about asking for funds for the right cause. So is there anybody out there in interwebber land, as our friend from WMAZ said, who can join us at $5,000? $5,000 will help fund crucial life-saving clinical trials at St. Jude's Hospital. And from what I understand, it was St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis that Trent and Labrina would travel to with Joshua to get him treatment. Can you imagine that? Traveling that far to get that kind of a treatment? Folks, this is a little bit like eating an elephant one bite at a time. Who then can join us at $5,000? Is there anybody who can join us at $5,000? I won't linger on that. So you can join in at any level, $5,000 or above, and we're going to work our way through the levels. So then who's next at $2,500, which will help provide radiation proton therapy at St. Jude's Hospital? This is therapy, which means another chance for one of our young superheroes battling a childhood cancer. Wait, do I see $2,500? Yes, I do. How about a round of the house, everybody? Woo-hoo! We got $2,500. Kirby, give us that 3 shot. I want you to see who else is in here. Yay, everybody! Yay! So we got a whole team working this event tonight, and I am not wearing a mask, but everybody else is. I want you to know that everybody is safe here tonight. We take it very seriously. The last thing we want to do is hurt the cause. We're here to help the cause. So this is therapy at $5,000, which means another chance for one young superhero battling a childhood cancer. Anybody else at $2,500? Right now, we're looking at 51 people of 135. Call your friends. Say, join us to make a difference. Hey, what are you doing right now? Come on, you can still join. It's easy. Go to joshuaswish.org and you can still get the link to join the show. Anybody else at $2,500 right here, right now, to make a difference? Before we get to the other levels of our Live to Give, let's, oh, wait a minute, come back here, Trent and Labrina, because we're going to do something right now. And if you're at home right now, I want you to join us. I want you to join us because Trent would have been Joshua would have been 17 years old yesterday. Today he'd be 17 and a day. So before we go to that birthday video, we're going to sing a happy birthday to, come on over, to Joshua. Everybody ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joshua. Happy birthday to you. Now let's go to the video.
Happy 17th birthday, Joshua.
17 years old. Oh my goodness. Where does the time go? Seems like just yesterday you were standing in the church doing your little Easter speech. And it was just so funny when you said, I'm finished now. Oh, that just had the whole church laughing. I miss you, Bucko. I really do miss you. You was one of my really, 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 really favorites. And we had some good laughs, and I don't know where the time has gone, but 17 and then next year, 18, you would have been an adult. Wow. Well, I know you got Mommy and Granddaddy cracking up up there in heaven. I know you do. Because that just wouldn't be you. Know that your auntie thinks about you often. I really do. And I love you so much, Bucko. And I want to wish you a very, very, very happy, heavenly 17th birthday. And I'll see you again someday, my love. Take care.
Happy heavenly 17th birthday, Joshua.
Happy birthday, Joshua!
Happy heavenly birthday to you, Joshua Solomon. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated participated in a room makeover with Ronald McDonald House of Charities, along with many other community volunteers. You did your doctor's appointments that day, and when you came home, your room was totally made over to Thomas the Train, and it was such a joy to see a bright smile on your face.
On this day, to Joshua, I want to wish you a happy heavenly birthday. You will be forever remembered for the wonderful little boy that you was, and I love you, Joshua. That's why I work so hard to stay motivated in doing the work for Joshua's Wish. And I want to invite everyone to help us make the goal for a wish for a cure, to make it a reality. Happy birthday, Joshua. Love, Sandra Jackson and her entire family.
Superheroes. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." We have $1,000 right there. There we go. Helps to provide MRI at St. Jude's. Do we have $1,000 in the house? That is the level. Can you bring down that little gray bar so I can see it? We got $1,000 in the house. That's what it is. Is there anybody with $1,000? Where are we? There you go. Bring it up. It's okay. This is live TV. Consuela at $1,000. Yeah, everybody. Risa at $1,000. Yeah, everybody. All right. So we got a couple of big pledges. Anybody else at $1,000? Would you give us $1,000? Look at that. There's the team. One more time, Kirby. One more time. Consuela. Yay! That's a lady who's making a difference right now. Anybody else at $1,000? Is there anybody else at $1,000 to make a difference? It's all about saving the children right here, right now. You know, you could probably get more money these days. I hear they're printing it every day. Let's move on then next to the $500 level, which will pay for 1 hour of physical therapy for the children battling childhood brain cancer. It's specialized treatment that costs money. More money because it's necessary to save lives. Who then can join us at $500? Is there somebody who will join us at $500 to continue to save lives with Joshua's Wish? At $500, all you got to do is press that little button. I bet if you added up all the money you spent at Starbucks or wherever you go, it's going to add up to a bunch of money. And, you know, maybe you could skip that one trip for that one time or a couple times and donate to this cause as well. We're going to get to lower levels, but we're trying to make a dent in what is involved in raising funds for Joshua's Wish. Who can join us at $500? Is there anybody else at $500? We got Consuela and we got Risa at $1,000 each, and God bless you both. Is there anybody at $500 or above? Anybody at $500 and above? Then in that case, let's go to the $250 level so we can keep these young children alive. See, I told you it gets easier as we go down the ladder of giving and generosity. $250 provides general lab supplies at St. Jude's. So far, ladies and gentlemen, we've raised, come on, we can do way better than that, about $2,900. I see Susan Cassidy just put in $250. Thank you very much. Anybody else at $250? There it is. Yes, Sonia Jackson at $250. I feel a little bit like I feel a little bit like Jane Lynch on The Weakest Link. Whose gene pool was empty when Mother Nature came calling, don't be the weakest link, because we need all the links to be strong. The stronger the financial links, the more lives saved. We're now at $250 level. Anybody else at $250 level? I see Sonia Jackson gave us $250. Susan Cassidy gave us $250. Is there anybody else who will be spurred along by the $250 level? And you know what? You can donate $250 all the way to $50,000. Whatever you think is good for you. Anybody else at $250? Shall we try one more time? $250? Well, what do you think, Labrina and Trent? Should we go on to the last hero? Yeah, I think we should. Anybody, any other donations that you know about there that you can talk about? Anybody else at $250 or above?
Maddie Pitts.
Who's that?
Maddie Pitts, Thomasine Solomon.
Maddie Pitts.
Thomasine Solomon.
And somebody else. You want to come over? Anybody else at $250? All right, I'm going to have them talk at $250. All right, so.
Got one on here.
Oh, we got a pledge of Santa Hill, $250. Yay! All right. Well, let's keep moving on to our last hero game where you could win a big green egg. Come back here, young lady and young man, because I'm the old one here. Let me have you just grab this microphone and then tell us again. Just hold it right there, and that's okay. So are we good there, Kirby? Yep. So we're going to do our last hero, and this is where somebody could win this prize, the big green egg, the wine, the, there it is. The Omaha Steaks. We got 15 bottles of wine. Tell us about this. And why are you so generous? Because somebody's going to score real big. Trent, what do you think? This is quite the deal.
This is a great deal. The big green egg was basically provided through the Soperton Bank as far as with Dennett Drugs. So we're very happy to have them as a great sponsor with us.
Yeah, and we're going to go down the list of sponsors in just a bit. So coming up is going to be the big green egg, the Omaha Steaks, the wine. It's all about the last hero. But before we get to that, let's look at this video with Dr. Chow, who knew Joshua.
When I was a physician at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, I had the honor to meet and to help guide Joshua through his treatments. And as you pointed out, the most striking feature about this little boy was his complete joy for life. He greeted me every day with a scream down the hallway as loud as he could. Hello, Dr. Chow! And I know that Labrina remembers that, of course. And actually, when I talked to some of my colleagues who are still at St. Jude, the nurses and the nurse practitioners down there, they all remember that scream from Joshua every time he came to see us for his treatments and for checkups. And as you pointed out, he never complained, even though I know he was going through the toughest fight of his life and that he wasn't comfortable at times. He always had that big smile on his face. And every time we saw him, he had a new joke to tell us all. And you have to be ready for it.
Do you remember just one joke? Do you remember
Oh, my goodness. I knew you were going to put me on the spot here. He had a lot of chicken crossing the road jokes. I think I remember the chicken crossing the road jokes. I don't remember the specifics of them, but there was a new one every time we saw him.
Mm-hmm.
And, all of us couldn't, don't get me wrong. We did not want to see him at St. Jude in that situation. But he made the most of it. He had a big battle on him. And he fought it with just as much, he threw as much of his life into it as he did, I'm sure, for everything else that he did in his life. And so that was what I remember the most about Joshua. It was an absolute honor to take care of him. And it was even more so when Labrina asked me to help out with Joshua's Wish Foundation.
So there you go. That is Dr. Chow, who knew and worked with young Joshua to continue his treatment at the time. Ladies and gentlemen, time for our last hero game. This is where the last person to donate wins a prize. We told you about the prize. It's the Big Green Egg, it's the wine, it's the Omaha Steaks, about $1,500 plus. So check this out. Hear me well. This is not a bid. This is a donation. You may donate as many times as you like. For example, if you donate 5 times, you'll be charged $500. But that's a $1,500 prize. So that's still a bargain. We're going to be playing for the Big Green Egg, an assortment of Omaha Steaks and bottles of wine. It's worth way more than $50. That's where we're at. We're at $50, right? Is that where we're at? Yes. So I see the $50 pledge. All right. So at this point, for the last hero, we're at $50. So the last person to donate wins this prize. Tell me there's going to be people here to donate this prize. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do it myself. Anybody at $50? We got $50 from Alice Carter. Just leave that up so I can see the beginning. Oh, right now, Alice is going to be the one who takes us home at $50. Boom, there we go. Labrina is in at $50. Deborah Bloom, Yellow Feather, thank you. My wife is in at $50. Anybody else at $50? Now we can't, I guess we could let Labrina take it home, but she's trying to raise funds. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got lots of people on here right now, and you're looking at a $1,500 prize for $50. Come on, you're never going to see a deal like this. Anybody else at $50? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the rubber meets the road. April D is in at $50. Anybody else at $50? Go, there we go. Carolyn Harris in at $50. Carolyn, right now, you're the winner at $50. Anybody else at $50 to win the Big Green Egg? Because we are saving lives. We're making a difference. We are making a difference to save lives. And Joshua is looking down from heaven saying, come on, guys. Joshua is saying, you can do it. Jennifer Chapman in at $50. William Sink, Mitchell Sink in at $50. Mitchell, you're not going to sink on this deal, I promise. You're going to float to heaven with this one. Anybody else at $50? Catherine Cowers? Katrina Cowers is in at $50. Now this is where friends of Joshua's Wish need to step up to the plate. Anybody else at $50? Katrina is the last person to bid at $50 or to donate at $50 right now. She's the one who's going to go home with it if nobody else steps in at $50. Mitchell, $50. Come on, man. You know that this is worth the wine is worth more than that. The steaks are worth more than that. This is a Big Green Egg. Anybody else at $50? Otherwise, Katrina is going to get it at $50. There's got to be somebody else at $50. Anybody else at $50? Yellow Feather. Well, if my wife gets it, I'll get it. I don't mind. If there's somebody else at $50. Oh, there we go. Angela Jones at $50. Anybody else at $50? Angela Jones at $50. I don't want to start counting them down yet because I know people are getting the hint. They're starting to figure out. Cheryl Tibbs. Tibbs is in at $50. What is that now? Your sister. Oh, okay. Hello, sister of Labrina. Thank you, Cheryl. Anybody else at $50? Cheryl right now is going to get it. I think I'm going to come over when you guys start cooking up on the Big Green Egg and I especially want to try to tap into that wine. Anybody at $50 right now? Cheryl is at $50 and is winning the Big Green Egg. Anybody else at $50? I hate to stop. We don't want to stop. We need to raise more funds. Anybody at $50? And anybody at $50 for the Big Green Egg, the wine? Suzanne is back in. Suzanne, tell you what. I'm going to do a long countdown on these because I don't want somebody to miss it, but I feel like I need to kind of move it along. I feel like the little train. I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can.
We got 60 people online.
60 people online. If everybody gives $50 or more, we're making a big difference. Suzanne Cassidy is at $50. There's a lot of people online. It's not a lot of money, and it's a lot of money for the prize. That prize is worth a lot of money. Right now we're at $50. How about at 20, 19, 18, 17. If I get to 0, that person's going to win. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. And I'm going to stretch because there's a little bit of a delay. There, is that Susan Cassidy? Is she still in?
Okay.
Okay. We're at, oh, there you go.
Okay.
Sonia Jackson. All right, Sonia Jackson. How about it? Carolyn Harris. There's an urgency to this. I know you're trying to wait till the last minute, but I'm going to kind of move you along. Susan Cassidy, back in at $50. Suzanne Cassidy. All right, anybody else at $50 for the big green egg at 20, 19, boom. Julie Rogers, Northern Tufts, 20, 19, 18, 17. Julie Rogers, boom. Suzanne Cassidy. See, Suzanne, you're adding it up in your head going, well, that's only this much. That's still good. All right. Suzanne Cassidy is the winner right now. Christine Butler is so far winning. Anybody else other than Christine Butler? How about anybody else other than, how about Suzanne Cassidy? I bet you're still under the money. Julie Rogers, if you're in at $50, you know what? You're so far under the money. It's not even Suzanne Cassidy. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Don't let me get to 0. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm stretching like I'm on TV. 6. George, we don't have your video stretched. 5, 4. Anybody else? 3. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Couple more. Suzanne Cassidy back in. All right. Anybody else? All right. Let's. All right. We'll start at 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. In case you wonder what I'm looking at the screen. I'm not kind of looking at the camera. I'm looking at the screen where I see the names coming in. So where was I? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're going to miss it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ah, look at that. We just had 4 more numbers come in. Oh no, did you declare somebody? No. Well, who's the winner?
Suzanne.
Suzanne Cassidy. We had 3 more numbers come in.
No, she did it again.
Oh, Suzanne Cassidy, you were the winner. Yeah, no, I was 2 more. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Congratulations, Suzanne. We just did pretty good on that. So, wow. You know, Suzanne Cassidy, you scored really big on that one because I don't know what you spent, but even if you dropped your $50 5 times, hello, 10 times, hello, 20 times, you'd still be good. So you're still in on the money. So before we continue the show, let's go and continue the show with this video from this group called Reese Sold.
Tonight is the season, it's winter cold. When the morning comes, the summer comes, the blossoms show. And I know you wonder if I pick another flower. You ain't gotta worry about the days, 'cause your roots grew deep inside my heart. And I do my part and wait tonight. comes to slow my heart. Baby girl, we've been through enough. Now we finally can live it up. Looking back at our past, babe, thinking that we would last, babe. Thinking we should see other people, but now we got the greener grass, babe. We ain't never breaking up. Everything that we did back then will not affect our stories, yeah. We ain't never breaking up. I promise you a heaven sent. With you is where my time is spent. Waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. I'm waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. Sing with me, eh, 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 eh. You're nothing like my past rings. Baby, you taught me patience. These females chasing superficial things. You just want a man that makes a difference, yeah. I'm trying to be the man, babe. I'm your man, babe. So I promise that I'll wait. So I promise that I'll wait, babe. We ain't never breaking up. Everything that we did back then will not affect our stories, yeah. We ain't never breaking up. I promise you a heaven sent. With you is where my time is spent. Waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. I'm waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. Sing with me, eh, 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 eh. I'm waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. I'm waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. I'm waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love. I'm waiting tonight, I'm waiting tonight. My love, my love, my love, my love.
All right, so Labrina and Trent are back with us. We have raised various levels of money right now. We want to open it up to you at whatever level is comfortable for you, whether it's $25 or $2,500. And in the break, we learned that we got a $10,000 donation. Is that right? Did I get that right? So that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. As we were in the VIP section, I saw that people were giving various amounts. As we continue with this event tonight, we can give it various amounts. So right now, let me ask you to donate whatever is the appropriate amount for you, whether it's $50, $5, $5,000. Whatever works for you, now is the time to donate, because we're trying to save lives. We are saving lives. Not we, as in me, but we, as in Trent and Labrina Solomon. And this couldn't have been possible without the sponsors. And we got a list of those sponsors right now. Let's start with the first one. Feet First Podiatry, right?
Yes.
Take it from there, sir.
And then Mr. and Mrs. Rondell White.
Thank you, Feet First Podiatry, Mr. and Mrs. Rondell White. Then Macon Bid Economic Opportunity Council, Inc. Thank you very much.
Capital City Bank.
Capital City Bank. Thank you. New Damascus Baptist Church. Thank you.
Gordon Drugs, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gordon Drugs. Dennard's Drugs, is that right?
Yes.
Dennard's Drugs. And then what do we got?
Scott's Pharmacy, thank you.
I want to meet Scott. I guess he's a good guy.
He is.
There's a real Scott. Butler Toyota. Thank you, Butler Toyota, for being part of this tonight. And who else we got here?
Cubics Accounting Services, thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. And it's an attorney Frank Horn.
Yes, great guy.
Good guy.
Great
Thank
guy.
you, Frank Horn, for being part of this incredible, important cause. And this is this your name or somebody else? Sullivan Financial Services.
Oh, this is me.
This is you.
How about that?
I'm in a big run.
Solomon Financial Services, he's a good guy.
He's a heck of a good guy. And thank you, Joey Stuckey and his lovely wife Jennifer, because we are right here, right now. Shadow Sound Studio. It's a great facility. Thank you so much. And thank you for helping us with this event tonight. And then we also have Morris Bank.
Yes.
Morris Bank, thank you so much for helping.
you,
Are we
Morris.
missing anybody else at all? Thank you, one and all, sponsors and everybody who have made such a big difference, because without our sponsors, much of this would not be possible. We've thanked all those sponsors. So let's get to a little bit more to learn about what is exactly Joshua's Wish. Let's go to that video, Kirby.
Joshua's Wish Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that was started and founded in 2010.
Bring awareness to pediatric brain cancer, just more cancer awareness, because it's all type of cancers.
It is an effort to to do something great for a great cause.
To find a cure for DIPG.
To be able to help parents who are, who might, come up with something.
Diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, and it's a brain tumor that's developed in the brainstem, which impedes any types of bodily functions such as speaking, swallowing, or any other functions that's called by the majority of functioning of the brainstem.
For the DIPG, there's not much federal funding. So all the funding basically comes from families, from events, bake sales, whatever, you name it. And that's why it's really important that we focus on this disease. It is one of the worst types of brain tumors, and there hasn't been a cure. And we got to give hope to the families that it will be found at some point.
The events such as the Joshua's Wish Birthday Bash, and also the Joshua's Wish 5K Run, which is in September of each year, all are designed to raise awareness as well as funds to eventually lead to a cure for childhood brain tumors.
So the more research and funding that supports that, maybe that can change in the future, where the survival rate will increase.
To date, we have donated over $200,000 to pediatric brain tumor research. We have awarded $17,000 summer undergraduate research awards in DIPG for students who are contemplating a lifelong career in research, to make DIP research their focus. And we do support families who are in Georgia who are battling childhood cancer.
Joshua's Wish is hope to me. It's hope for the future that, maybe one day we will be able to, fund this enough to, find a cure.
I think how it helps support us is it gives us a focus to help an organization that is trying to raise funds for something that we dealt with. So it gives us a direction in terms of what can we do? What can we help, the next family? And I think it's just that.
I'm sure it's a very difficult journey, and it will be with them forever. But I think for every time they work on this, we remember Joshua. We won't forget him. He will live through Joshua's Wish, the birthday bash, his memory will stay alive. So the love will always be there.
The thing I love about these Fund Needs, these Live to Gives, these Give to the Cause, is that as we're doing these, people are on here virtually and they put in their money. We just saw a pledge of $100 from Joanne Battle. Thank you for Joanne. Thank you for continuing the battle, if you will, a battle to raise funds. That's important. Right now, are we going to try this one more time? Are we going to present that button which says we're at $50, but it also says you can pledge any amount. You see that? It says pledge other. That black button right there, or the green button says pledge $50. The other says pledge any other amount. And that'll provide all kinds of help to people. And what do we got? Some money coming in? All right. Oh, look at that. I don't. Could you bring that down a little bit? There we go. We got money coming in, and that's Maddie Pitts. Maddie Pitts twice. Thank you very much. Who is that? That is somebody's grandmother? That's your mother. Okay, and somebody's grandmother, and she was Joshua's grandmother. Oh my gosh, so this is a generational thing. Thank you, Maddie, so much. Is there anybody else who can join us at any amount? Right now we're at any amount. We are at the $50 level, but you see that pledge other amount, like I said, $10, $50. Deidre Roberts, thank you. Dolores Roberts, thank you. No, I know. Tip Milton, is that Tip? TIP? Look at that. Thank you. Tip. $25 matters. $50 matters. $1,000 matters. This is where you are at your own meaningful level. Like we said, some can do more, others can do less. But let's all do something. This is what it's all about. Anybody else who can join us at any other level before I go to the live auction. Anybody else? One more shot? We'll give it one more shot. I know that you probably think, who's this guy in my ear and my face trying to get the money? Because I am here and I really believe in this cause, and I know that you do too. And I know deep in my heart that Trent and Labrina and the team here, which is Rachel and Consuela and everybody else involved, are all involved from a deep place. Candace and Kirby and me, we're all here to make a difference. Look at that. Exactly. Does that say $500? See, look at that. It matters much. Somebody said 25, somebody said 500. So once again, whether it's 500, 25, 5,000, it matters. So that is an important pledge. Is there anybody else who can donate? And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Because we're not going to stop the giving, we're going to leave the silent auction open till midnight tonight, and the Live to Give will stay open till noon tomorrow. So you still got time to go watch it before you get to see the goat and the kid, that whole Super Bowl thing. If you're not into that, be into this. Even if you're into that, be into this. So let's see if there's anybody else. All right, time for our live auction. And tonight we have a couple of wonderful travel adventures. Maui is one place that you want to go. And this is a choice between Maui, Hawaii, and Ireland. In Maui, you'll be staying at the Kahana Villa Resort, an exclusive ocean view condominium resort with shops, food, and drinks within walking distance, private lanai, a Hawaiian patio. I hope I said that right. Mahalo, my friend would always say from Hawaii. Mahalo, brother. This is 7 nights and 6 guests at one of the most beautiful islands of paradise in Hawaii, Maui, or Maui, Hawaii. Or instead, head to Ireland, where you could stay at the Knightsbrook Resort near Dublin, named Hotel of the Year in 2019, 3-bedroom condo up to guests for 6 guests, 186 acres of expansive 18 holes championship golf. Or check this out, really go old school in luxury and history. I'm talking about the Castle Martyr Resort in County Cork, Ireland, a luxury self-catering 2-bedroom condominium adjacent to an 800-year-old castle, complete with carriage rides, horseback riding, fishing, spa, and golf. You get the idea. What an incredible getaway. Don't let the COVID thing scare you off, because I know the operators personally, they tell us you have about 3 years to use this, and with the vaccines on the way, Yeah, I think we're going to be headed back to traveling. People want to get moving. Well, I don't know if we can do this or not, but I'm going to try. These trips have a fixed cost, so we need to begin the bidding at $2,400. Is there anybody who wants to take this dream vacation for $2,400? It's worth double that, really, about nearly $5,000. I am tingling right now. All right. Anybody else at 20? We need $2,600. Oh, it's an auction. 25, you will buy 26, 25, 26, you will buy $2,600. $2,500, $2,600. Now, I wish I could say all the funds are going to Joshua's Wish, but this thing has to get paid for. We made it a point that they get some of the money, but is there anybody else at $2,600? We have $2,500. Is that Risa? Risa, you're going to love this. I'm just curious. You going to Maui? You're going to go to that Ireland thing with the castle. That's what I want to go to. Anybody at $2,700? No, we're at 25. We need $2,600. 25, $2,600. Once, $2,600. Twice. Anybody else at $2,600? All in, all done, sold, sold, sold. We have a winner. Risa is our winner. All right. Our next item up for bids tonight is the ultimate family destination. Your choice of Lake Tahoe, California, Maui, Hawaii, Orlando, Florida, or Freeport in the Bahamas. Ultimate family destination for 6 to any of these destinations. Maybe it's whale watching in Hawaii, skiing or hiking in Tahoe, or hit the roulette wheel like I did at State Line. I put $20 down. I got away with $400, but that's why I don't gamble. That was a one-time thing. Golf or Universal Studios in Florida, lots of options for you folks. You'll be put up in a 2-bedroom condo or the like to fit all of your family, your kid, your friends, or if you want to get away from it all, whoever you choose. Up to 6 people. Once again, I wish I could say this was free, but it ain't free. We need to start the bidding at $2,000. This package is worth about $3,500. Is there anybody who could join us at $2,000? Anybody at $2,000 would to give $2,000 for this incredible getaway to these destinations? You got Hawaii, you got Lake Tahoe, you got Orlando, and you got Maui. Anybody at $2,000? $2,000, Yebulai, would you give out $2,000? Do we see $2,000? Anybody at $2,000? I'm not going to linger that much. $2,000. Anybody at $2,000? $2,000. Anybody at $2,000? Labrina and Trent, I want you guys to come over here. Anybody at $2,000? I don't think we're going to sell this. Risa, thank you for that last donation. We have had fun tonight. I wish we would have all gotten together, but Labrina and Trent are here to say some parting words. Let me just have you hold that. You can just hold it. So I'm going to let them say the final word because this is their important cause. My name is George Franco, and I am your Good News auctioneer, and it has been an incredible night of fun and generosity as we honor and celebrate our children and their families fighting pediatric cancer. Happy birthday, Joshua, and thank you everyone for giving me the honor of raising funds for Joshua's Wish. My name is George Franco, the Good News auctioneer.
And I just want to say that Risa, who won the trip, her son is a childhood cancer survivor.
Really? Thank you, Risa.
Her son, Will, he was a patient at St. Jude.
Wow.
Yes.
So she knows the importance.
She knows.
Yes.
She knows the importance. And
Yes.
thank you so much, Risa. Thank you.
Thank you, Risa.
Thank you, Risa. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
And we just want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedules to come and help raise awareness and raise research funds for a cure.
We can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your busy schedules. It means so much to so many, and we're just doing it for the kids. The kids, that it puts it all in perspective. Those little kids, they shouldn't have to suffer, and they should have freedom just to enjoy their lives and just to be able to run, play, and learn and to educate themselves and to have many, 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 many productive years. Let's keep the fight going.
Hallelujah. Thank you, everybody. Remember, the silent auction stays open till midnight, and the Live to Give stays open till noon tomorrow. So thank you for joining us, and let's say goodnight as we listen to AJ, the DJ. You got Labrina crying. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Here every year. I'm talking Joshua's Birthday Bash 2021. And you know, we've been so used to being so comfortable at the Anderson Conference Center. You know what I mean? Cozy, comfortable, sipping on wine, eating steak, socializing, taking pics, hugging, and also buying wonderful items at the silent auction. But this year, that former event is now a true 100% house party. And these are the rules. You can take off your tuxedo shoes. You can take off your high heel shoes. Take off your church shoes. It's time to put on your not exactly boogie shoes. We want you to put on your bedroom shoes. Now it's time to get this party started right.
This party started right. This party started quickly.
All right, what we're doing, we're going to do every line dance song for about 30 seconds, okay? Starting off first with the original bus stop. Line up. On the count of three, we're taking it to the left, all right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off.
We only got 30 seconds.
Set it off.
Everybody just stop. Face the DJ wherever you are in your living room.
Oh!
The easiest line dance. Now, if you can't wobble, you're at the wrong party tonight.
Let me see you just back it up, drop it down. Let me see you just get low, scrub the ground. Let me see you just.
Welcome to Joshua's Birthday Bash. You only got 30 seconds. Everybody just stop. Face the DJ wherever you are in your living room.
All right, y'all. Mystery solved. Now, I know y'all been calling.
Now, this one is called the Mississippi Stunt Slide.
And the Mississippi Slide. But I got something to tell you. It's the storm. Team Airplay All Stars.
Here we go. Everybody now.
Cha-cha with your right. Cha-cha with your left. You turn to the right. And move to the left. Back it up. And jump.
You got it.
Now right foot stomp.
Joshua's Birthday Bash 2021.
Cha with your right. Cha-cha with your left. You turn to the right. And move to the left.
This is the best part of the song.
And jump.
Everybody now. Just like that. Hold it.
And hold it.
Just like that. You're doing good.
And hold it. Right now. And hold it.
If you've been to every birthday bash, can you put your hands up in the air?
And hold it. And hold
Wait a minute. Now stop. Face the DJ wherever you are. It's time to do the biker shuffle.
Oh, it's Big Gucci, baby. On the MC. Hey, check this out. I got this new line dance up for you, hear me? Just going out to all my bikers all across the world. We don't call this.
Here we go. Everybody now.
Walk into your right. Now move it on up. Now walk into your left. Now bring it on back. Now kick, really, hop out in. Now kick, really, step to your right. Now slide, really, turn to your left. Walk into your right. Now move it on up. Now walk into your left. Now bring it on back. Now kick, really, hop out in. Now kick, really, step to your right. Now slide, really, turn to your right.
We can't play every song all the way through.
New Cupid.
All right? Clap your hands to the beat. Joshua's birthday wish 2021. Virtual. Are you ready? Let's go.
Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. A brand new down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down. They say I'm a rapper, and I say no. Some say what you doing, trying to do somebody cold. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people.
Y'all look good dancing in your bedroom shoes.
Got a brand new dance, you gotta move your muscle. Brand new dance.
If you dressed up for the event, put your hands in the air.
It don't matter if you're young.
All three, let's say happy birthday. 1, 2, 3.
Right to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left.
I see you doing it, Labrina. One time for the Solomons. Joshua's birthday bash 2121. We doing it virtual, y'all. All right. Now everybody can move that fast, you know what I mean? We gotta put some Southern soul into this.
Hello, ladies, you are now tuned into Young Man Radio.
Now we can't party all night. We only have a few minutes, so you got 30 more seconds to do this one here. The number one line dance in the country is called "Work It Out" by Tucker. Are you ready?
Love, baby.
Here we go.
That's 1-800-LUV-ABY. Welcome to Club Rehab. Ladies, tonight's gonna be special because that's right, that's right. Dedicated to the
Thank y'all so much for having me for the after party. Joshua's birthday bash 2021. It's been a pleasure being your host, AJ the DJ. A quick shout out to my girl Labrina Solomon. Every year it's been the party of the year every year. And this year is not going to stop. Thank you so much for the charitable gifts you've been giving. Thank you for participating each year in all the events, raising money for a worthy cause. I'm so glad to be associated with this birthday bash each and every year. Once again, I tip my hats to the Solomons and also to the sponsors. We had a wonderful time tonight, but it's always been a great time with the after party. Keep doing your line dancing. Thank you so much for having me. AJ the DJ, the Solomons, we love you. Joshua, I know you can hear me, man. Happy birthday. We love you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, Labrina. I love you. Always the party of the year.
right? So we're at $4,000.
Start up. The mic was off.
Okay, now do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, live TV, live web, as I was saying, we were off, but as we were off, there's still people on Paybee who are donating and giving. So we had 2 people give $2,000 more each. That means we sold the trip 2 more times. So if you still want to do it, are we still back in an auction, or is this open? We're going to sell it.
Risa and Lakeisha both
Risa and Lakeisha both won. We wanted to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, that's it with me. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Good night.
Bye.
It's all, we turned it back on.
All right, that's it.
Thank you, Risa and Lakeisha.
Yeah, okay.
Claire?
Okay.
Lakeisha,
Yeah,
what's her name?
it's not over till it's over.
Understood.
Oh, she did it for it too.
All right, now it's over.
Okay, now it is.
All right, let me.
Now it is. They had a lot of time.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am.
It's open till.